Good evening and welcome to the Facebook Report with James, the Poozy Pundit. Tonight is the night, debate night. I would like to do a quick video before the debate. So let me get right into it. I was just watching Pete Buttigieg on Special Report with Bret Baier, which is, to me, a self-evidently worthwhile hour on Fox News. The panel is usually quite illuminating. Anyway, tonight's... Before I get back to that, tonight's beverage of choice is Angry Orchard Crisp Apple. Man cannot survive on beer alone. Sometimes you have to have a cider. Looks beautiful in my new favorite glass. Cheers. Happy debate night. VP debate! VP debate is coming right up tonight, and I'm pretty excited. I'm going to try to manage my expectations for debates because I was very excited and hyped up for the presidential debate, and then kind of, I don't know, it wasn't not exciting, but it was a mess, and I didn't appreciate everyone poo-pooing it ahead of time because I thought that dovetailed with sort of the Biden campaign, but I guess in some ways they were right. It was such a mess. Really it came down to production values, right? So people can tolerate, the viewers at home, the voters can tolerate an aggressive debate, or where one candidate is aggressive to the other. Like, that's acceptable, but the production values have to work. In other words, there can't be too much crosstalk. You have to be able to understand the thread of what the hell is being discussed. I've heard about how, Lincoln Douglas are long-form debates, but those got pretty heated at times. That's what happens. You've got two people going head-to-head. They get fired up, but Trump is all over the map, and, Biden is kind of doing his shtick about laughing it off. He's doing a diminished version of what he did to Paul Ryan, but with sort of less success. But then Trump was such a maniac. Anyway, tonight should be a much more civil affair. I just saw a clip of Donna Brazile saying, I'm hoping something to the effect of, I hope tonight will be a civil debate, and one that can... an informed discussion of important issues. I mean, it's not necessarily the most brilliant comment ever, but I think it cuts to the core of what we are hoping for, us political fans. Please, can we just have a rational, reasonable discussion, unlike the Paul Ryan-Biden debate, unlike pretty much any Biden debate, but especially the last one with Trump. And by the way, I think Biden is right to ask that Trump show a negative COVID test before the next debate should occur. The next debate should occur. Of course, we've got Biden fans saying that there should be no more debates. They didn't want any debates from the beginning. I mean, that's just kind of obviously self-serving stance to take if you're a Biden fan. It's not going to go well, pretty much. It's either going to suck or he's going to flop. So I understand how there's no upside, but this is 2020. We have not had very many events. It's just been everyone hunkering down and watching the stock market and trying to survive. And there's a campaign going, but really where Trump is having rallies. People are complaining about that. I did a whole thought experiment on Facebook today. My thesis is the way people view how much certain events spread COVID correlates to their level of sympathy to the given event. So I put a few thoughts out there, had about 7 or 8, 9 participants for each statement. Statement 1 was, do you think that the protests were responsible for, as I put it, worsening the pandemic? Now, I'm not looking for a scientific answer. I'm looking for a gut feeling answer. worsening. If we assume that it got worse over the course of however, meaning more deaths, did a lot of people taking to the streets and in mass gatherings contribute to that? Yes or no? I mean, common sense says yes. But we had a lot of people bending over I had a lot of people bending over backwards to kind of minimize it or say, well, maybe if it did, it wasn't that bad. And that was quite predictable, right? That was kind of the point of the question. I basically have a thesis that because we've got a lot of complaining about Trump events, but those same people don't seem to have apply that same kind of thought process to the protests. And basically, because it's not politically correct to come anywhere close to condemning anything to do with the protests, we're not supposed to wonder if that was really the smartest move, given that we're in the middle of a fucking 100-year pandemic. You would think maybe gathering in large numbers. I don't give a shit. They wear masks. Great. They wear masks at Trump rallies, right? So we had a few Trump respondees who were at least consistent. They were wrong, but they were consistent. They tended to come down on the side of neither event was a super spreader. At least it's consistent. They're not looking at, well, was it an event that I believe in their cause? If so, it's fine, kind of, essentially. But if it's an event that I don't support, that's a super spreader. So it's a cautionary tale, a request that people at least apply the same standard. It's one thing to be partisan, and to me, but it's worse to be, it's more nauseating to be hypocritical and apply different standards based on sort of who we're talking about, right? If you think a mass gathering during a pandemic is a bad idea, should it really matter who the people are who are rather? And when you find yourself deciding, sort of coming down on which side, like a Comey investigation, you're always coming down on the one side. Wow, what a coincidence! Because you like that cause, you're tending to jump through hoops to figure out why. It's fine. Anyway, just to finish up the main point of this video, which is to discuss tonight's debate. And I'm pretty excited. We're getting very close. I hope to have this out in time around debate night. Everything will shut down once the debate starts. We'll all be looking at that. I'm going to watch it upstairs at the 70-inch TV and take notes for some other, fodder for other discussions. But let's see. What are we looking for tonight? It's going to be the prosecutor, Kamala Harris, versus the good soldier, Pence. I'm thinking you're going to see Pence maybe try to recycle or recant a lot of his convention speech. His convention speech at the fort, the Civil War fort, I believe, his RNC convention speech at the Civil War fort, I think, where the Star Spangled Banner was written or something, was, to me, excellent. He invokes, his son is in the military, he's able to invoke sort of a military, pro-America vibe that Trump kind of can only dream about. Trump is just kind of some douche from New York. Pence is, believes in America. I mean, Trump believes in America in a kind of cheesy, capitalist way, I guess. I mean, Trump definitely believes in America. You gotta give both of them that. And I guess so do the others, just, in their own way. And so Harris needs to come out, first of all, there's a question of, are we going to be litigating the Pence and Harris records or the Trump and Biden records? So is each one going to be the attack dog, cross attack? This person goes for Biden, and then you double down and go for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris's liability is that perhaps she's dragging Biden to the left. How far left is Biden going to go? It's a mysterious issue. And will the moderator, Susan Page, ask about basic questions. And will Pence have to kind of be not the fact checker, but the tough questioner? Because I don't know, Susan Page is pretty good, though. I do have hopes that she'll be good with this. But, will Biden pack the court? That issue escaped recognition or escaped resolution last time, and Biden's been kind of dancing around. So maybe Kamala Harris can ask that, or maybe God forbid the moderator bring that up. It is kind of important. We're talking about the Supreme Court, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, succession, and all that shit. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna sign off so I can get this out. And anyway, cheers. Enjoy the debate, everybody. Bye.